Hey, welcome back. So today I just wanted to cover a little analogy. One of the things that we struggle with ADHD is this idea of analysis paralysis. A lot of us tend to get stuck in our head and everything becomes a big project. So one of the things that's been really helpful for me and totally transformative is developing a bias for action. So let me explain what I mean by that. We tend to approach things from a very analytical way. We're very innovative, very creative. And when we think about doing anything, we can get lost. We want to research it. We want to learn it. So a good analogy is, well, I've been a hobby chef, cook for most of my adult life. And when I was younger, I used to actually not have the patience to look at recipes and do all of the research or learning. I just wanted to cook because it was fun for me. And I did it over and over and over and over. And over the years, that repetition of just mess it up, do it different, try again, try again, try again, try again, try again. Over the years, I've gotten really good. And that is because I didn't get lost in cookbooks and videos and shows. I just wanted to go cook, right? And the analogy is if you have two chefs, wannabe chefs, and one spends day in and day out just messing stuff up and trying things and cooking, over about a year period, if another chef spent most of that year reading books, watching videos, watching the cooking channel, the one who spent countless hours testing and trying and learning is going to be much better because of the application, the practice, the muscle memory, the learning, right? So what I've started to try to do and what I'm going to try to do with this channel is push myself into more of a bias for action. So this video isn't necessarily planned out perfectly. I don't necessarily know everything I'm going to say. I don't have editing figured out. I don't know what the thumbnail's going to be. I don't know what the description is. These things start to pile up, and it's like carrying a backpack of bricks. So then we can't even leave the house because we've made it so heavy for ourselves, right? So what we want to do is just get into the practice of developing what's called a bias for where action is more important than the thought or the quality or the planning, right? That will allow us to just grease the wheels, get the wheels moving. And then once we have repetition, once we have countless times that we've tried stuff, we'll start getting better. We will start seeing the results. We will start seeing what works and what doesn't. And then we can improve over time. Then in between, we start learning a little, adding skills, maybe hiring a coach, hiring a consultant. But if we're not starting with that action first, none of those other things don't actually help us at all. So what I would encourage you to do is think about the areas today and this week where you're planning, you're thinking, you're strategizing, and what would it look like if you stopped all that, well, put it on hold, and just did the thing, tried the thing, failed at the thing, did it messy, did it sloppy. Like I'm making this video. I don't even know what it's going to look like, how it's going to be. And I'm pushing myself to say, it kind of doesn't matter, right? It's about going through the reps and going through the motions of create another video, figure out my message. What am I trying to convey? What do I have to offer? How can I share that with people? And that's more important than the lighting, the microphone, the editing, the thumbnail, right? What matters is, am I able to help someone else who's struggling with this analysis paralysis? And if I can, in a short video with what I'm saying, then all those other things kind of don't matter as much, right? So I will leave you with this today, but I encourage you to just kind of try to get out of your own way and think of what would it look like if I had a bias for action? What would it look like if action and repetition was more important than how it's done or if it's done well, right? So give that a try, and I Would love to hear in the comments any feedback or thoughts on how it works for you. Have a good one.